Hi everybody, it's Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome in to anybody new. I am hoping to start getting some regular videos out. I'm still not 100%, but I am getting better every day. So I was getting better and then I took a little dive backwards and I'm back on. I turned that corner back onto the road to recovery. So hopefully whatever it is that's been plaguing me will just go away. I honestly don't think it's the same thing from the first time. So it may just be a small cold that decided that meanwhile my immune system was still pretty weak from being sick. With that, I am here for my 2025 goals, which I have been promising you that I would get this video out. I wanted to reread through everything and rewrite it and everything, but I'm going to use the rough draft and go from there. So, one of the first things that I'm going to keep doing this year, which I'm sure you have seen already, is blog hops. Now, I am thinking this will be the last year because blog hops keep changing and they seem to be getting more not free and where you have to pay for patterns. So we'll see. I will probably do a poll at the end of the year again to see how you guys feel. The poll was 100% for yes until a couple days ago when somebody read it. Somebody new had read it. At least I believe she's new. I did not recognize the name, and if you've been watching me for a while, I am sorry if you have messaged me before and I didn't recognize your name. But for some reason, she thought that because I was talking about blog hops, I would have links to them on the poll. But it was just a poll to see if I should keep doing them or not. Which those of you who answered, know what it was for. So I wrote her back and told her that nicely that it was just for that, and that if she looked at the videos that I do put links on there for all the blog hops. So, yeah, that is the first thing that I will continue to do this year. I don't see this on here, so I want to get back to reading Anna Karenina, which is right over here next to me. So it is a long book. Took almost a whole year off. I think I only got 2 videos done last year, maybe 3 or 4, because of it being such a rough year between migraines, mostly migraines, and having issues with my chronic pancreatitis. Because honestly, I was only sick at the beginning of the year last year. I guess I got sick at the end of the year. I got sick right after Christmas. So I was sick twice last year as an actual sick. Everything else had to do with my chronic illness and migraines. And my migraines were so bad, I couldn't even crochet most days. So I didn't get as much crocheting done last year. Well, actually, maybe I did because the year before I had been sick more. I think I'd been sick like 3 or 4 times that year. So again, when I'm sick, I can't crochet. So yeah, I think it may have been even, which brings me to another video I want to do. I just need to round up all of my labels. I want to do another guess the labels from last year. Which is also a very common video that everybody does at the beginning of the year, but of course mine is later. I've been making sure, actually I haven't finished any full skeins yet this year. Well, except for the skeins for the baby blanket that I'm making. And those I will be putting in, for this year. So, as soon as I get all my labels together, I will set that up and do that video for you. So you can look forward to that one here in the very near future. Um, so it will be, you guys know I don't like to do quote giveaways. I do subscriber appreciation. So whoever guesses closest to the right number in that, I will send a little something. It'll just be something that can fit in an envelope, probably one of the many, one or two or three of the many stickers that I have, or whatnot. I do have some small jewelry items that I could, that could fit in envelopes. It just depends on what I find, because right now our house is a mess. Our bathroom is 90% of the way done, so we do finally have a shower and a toilet that we can use here at home again, and a sink, which is really nice. There are some things that the plumbing may need to be a little redone on. We're waiting. I think my husband is waiting to deal with that until after he sees a physician this week, because he has something going on health wise. So I would appreciate prayers for that from you guys. But we don't know yet if it's anything to worry about or not. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Which is another reason why I really want to get this channel going. I still go back and forth, like I was talking to my best friend about this weekend, about whether or not I want to push to get to 1,000 subscribers, because I love all the subscribers I have. I love you guys all so much. Those of you that I've gotten to know, and I have gotten to know a little bit about quite a few of you. So, I love getting to know you personally. And it kind of worries me about if I would hit 1,000, then you start getting the people who give you derogatory comments just because they're mean, and, you may get people that you don't want watching, or who really aren't watching you for the content, but more just to get their aggravations out. So, yeah, I go back and forth about what I really want to do. I do want to bring you more content though. Um, Whether I grow when I bring you more content or not, you know me, I'm not the type to please subscribe and all that. Yes, I would appreciate it if you enjoy the video to please put a thumbs up. I would like to be shown to maybe a few more people, who may like my style and, like you guys that I get along with. So, yeah, it's kind of hard going back and forth, because I may have to start finding a way to make money. And so far, certain things haven't worked for me, but I haven't gone all out with them yet either. So we will see. Maybe I can get my tech editing to go better. I really need to get my computer cleaned off and be available to do some charting. My getting sick really messed with that, because I had promised myself that January was going to be my month to get everything cleaned off and set up my charting program, and yeah, that didn't happen. So I have to get it cleaned off though, because I have Windows 10 on my computer. And for those of you who may not know, if you happen to have Windows 10 on your computer, Windows 10 will not work after October of this year. and I can't remember the exact date. Um, I'm sure you get notices like I do saying, you can get Windows 11 for free. I just don't want to set Windows 11 up until I have Windows 10 cleaned off enough because I don't want a bunch of stuff that I don't need being transferred over to Windows. So I just feel it's better to clean it all up before I start a new program that I have to learn. So there is that. Um, but that's getting ahead. That's kind of part of a personal goal of mine. So let's finish with a couple of my channel goals that I have. I want to start doing a crochet with you, like was my cows that I was doing last year. I have actually changed the name to Crochet Corner. Let's everybody get together and crochet. I'm just calling it Crochet Corner, and sometimes we may do a cow. For anybody who wants to, I have never said, you can only come on here and chat with us and stuff if you're doing the cow. I have we did a shawl that when we were learning it, it took a lot of, a lot of thought and stuff. So on that, I did have days that was just those of us doing it so that we can talk about the directions and, do everything that we needed and not have extra talk and stuff going on around us. And then I would open it up to everybody for the next day that week. So that's the only time I've ever limited it to the people who are doing the cow. Otherwise, anybody is welcome to come and crochet with us. I post the links every Tuesdays and Thursdays for that. So that will keep going. It's just called Crochet Corner now. And we do it Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Now, what I would like to do is add 1 or 2 times a month. I haven't decided yet. I know I don't want it every week because sometimes for me, because of doctor's appointments and, whatever, it's hard enough trying to do Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I really need to add this one, and it's going to be on Mondays because my husband works on Mondays. Like right now, he's not home yet. Normally he comes straight home from work on Mondays, but this week he needed to go to the grocery store afterwards because he worked 2 shifts yesterday, so he didn't go yesterday. I'm hoping to have this done before he gets home. If not, you guys will hear him come home and bring stuff in and put it away. So, but anyway, I want to do 1 or 2 days a month on Mondays. I haven't set the time yet because I wanted to ask you guys also what you think. Um, what I want to do is have it be a donation crochet day. So I have written here donation crochet together days. I personally will work on cat toys and any other donations I may take part in during the year, but mostly it will be cat toys. I may do cat coasters, different things that they can sell besides toys, maybe some ornaments or something. And if anybody else wants to do cat products and stuff, and if you don't have somewhere you want to donate them, but you want to send them to me, that would be great because the more that I have, the better, for the mission that helps us and helps us, take care of the colony that we take care of outside. We get our dwellings from them. If we ever needed help with food, we could ask them for that help. If any of the cats get sick, we can take them back to them to be seen by a vet. So, yeah, it's a good program that we're doing. Right now, we have a couple extra in because they had their surgeries they were fixed during a very, very cold part of the winter, and we were afraid they wouldn't make it if they were outside in -0 degree weather right after having surgery. And since we went for like a week or two of regular winter and then back to negative temperatures off and on all winter, they're still in the house, which they'll be going back out soon. But anyway, as far as Meow Mission, I will be making cat toys. But for anybody else, you can either make cat toys for a place around you if you need patterns. I can send you any of the free patterns that I have. I can send you any of the free ones they gave me. I can send you links like to the ones from Yarn Inspirations and that I've gotten. But since they are free, if they're no longer up there, I will share them with you. And you can also work on any donations you want to for anything, because we did do one of the cows last year, which has another video I need to get out. I need to show you all of the makes that everybody did for the rest of the cows that I didn't show. I do believe I only put one up last year because we just had them. It took me a while to get one of them done. I had to get more yarn. That was my shawl. So I was still working on it. And when we started like the next one, and then there were other people who had personal issues that happened. So I just haven't gotten the last ones up. Actually, it may just be the two of them. It may be the dishcloth and then the last one, which was, I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember. I may have put two of them up. Although I guess the shawl was the first one of last year. So I think I just put that one up. Anyway, I will put the others up. I think I'm just going to do a joint video where I talk about both of the cows and put them up, because the last cow, only two of us actually had time to do it, and to do it within a time limit, because it had a time limit because it was a donation, and it was one of them that Snappy Tots hosts, and we did water bottles that went to the army. So yeah, I did two, and the other person, I think she did one. So I need to post those still. We haven't done a cow yet this year. I wanted to, well, of course, I haven't felt good. I wanted to get this out. I wanted to start getting things done, and I need to decide which one is going to be the first one. I already have ideas for the year. I had wanted to do one more last year, which would have also been another one that is a donation, because Helen from Sunflower Cottage Crochet and Sandra and Stitches, maybe. I always forget her name, how she has it. They're doing one where I think it's 2 weeks out of the month they send free patterns, one from Helen and one from Sandra, and they are, if you get the free pattern, you are to donate, at least make it and donate at least one item from that pattern, and then you can, use the pattern for whoever else you want to after that. So I want to do, I can't remember now if it was a cowl or a scarf that was put out last year, but I want to look at all the patterns from this year as well and see. I've been saving them, but I haven't really been looking at patterns. Like, I've been blindly saving some blog hops and stuff, and I haven't really had time to sit and go through them and look at them. And I will have to, because I am taking off all patterns off of my computer and putting them all on an external hard drive. So that way they don't take up space and room and make my computer run slower. So on Mondays, I want to do this crochet together day where everybody works on something that they're going to donate. I mean, if somebody comes in and is working on something else other than a donation, am I going to kick them out? No. Um, but I would like to make it donation day. And for me anyway, I will be working on donations. And I know that a couple other people said that they will as well. I have not set a time for that yet. Um, I'm thinking of starting it at 2, and I haven't decided yet on an end point. I will either have it be start at 2 and we don't have a set end point, or I'm thinking of making it 2 hours like the other one. Now, what I may do if we don't have a set endpoint, because of the program that I use, if there's just 2 of us in there, we can both be on there for 24 hours. And because I can't afford the pro version, if more than 2 of us are in the room, you can only be in there for an hour. But I can make another link for another meeting, and I can set up, I was going to say as many meetings as I want to a day, but I think it may be a limit of 6 or something. I would have to look into that. I've never ever gone over the limit. So on Tuesdays, what I do is I send out links for the people who come all the time and who have asked me to email them the links. And if I email you the link, it usually lets you straight into the chat. I use Google Chat. And there are ways you can set it up either through your email, especially on a computer, or you may have to download the app. It all depends. I can show you how to set it up through your email though. I've had some people that they have to still download the app, and I have other people who have been able to set it up through their email and it's worked either on their phone or on a computer. So it just depends what shows up for you. Um, so what I do for that is I send links for part 1 and part 2 to the people who want me to send them the emails. And then I also post the links in my group on Facebook for part 1 and part 2. So for Mondays, I will do the same. I will send out the links for at least 2 parts. If we decide to make it, no set endpoint, I can just start another meeting if I need to for the people who are there and then send out the emails to them. So it'll be 2 hours that I set out the links, and if anybody wants to stay longer and work with me, then we can just keep going. But I believe I'm going to start it at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, basically because I know a lot of people do Hobie Bingo on Mondays, and that's either, depending on the time of year, it either starts at 11 Eastern Standard Time, or like right now, we just had our time change, and the US has changed first. Denmark doesn't change until the end of the month. So at least 2 or 3 weeks, it will be starting at noon. So today it started at noon. And then in the fall, when the time changes, Denmark actually changes first. And then for a week or two, we start at 10 Eastern Standard Time. So there's just that fluctuation in there. And plus, every Monday, I make chia pudding either while I'm listening to bingo or within an hour afterwards to last me for the whole week. That's just my routine. And then I can sit down and crochet or whatever I need to do. So, yeah, I would like to know what you guys think. Does 2 sound like a good starting time to you guys? Or, I mean, I could even start as early as 1, but I don't want to go any earlier than that because that's, kind of pushing it for me to get my stuff done. I also do, whatever dishes are left, and that's my time to do things that I do every week. So anyway, that's the first thing. I've only hit the first point, and we're at 25 minutes. So, well, no, I guess I hit the other one. We'll still do cows on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which again, I changed it to Crochet Corner um, from 5 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you think you have a better name for Tuesdays than Crochet Corner, let me know. And I'm looking for a name uh, for Mondays. So I may just call it Donation Crochet Together or Donation Day. Or if you have a good idea, just let me know. But I would really love to know from you guys what time is good for you. And if you're somebody who's not a part of the cow already and you would like to be a part of it, and especially if you want to come on Mondays to work on donations, let me know what time you think is good for you. Because I basically asked everybody already who comes on a regular basis, who's planning on coming for donation day as well. And they all say, well, whatever time is good for you. So, yeah, I'm leaning closer to one, but we'll see. I wanted to have it started this month, but as you guys know, my health didn't let me do that. So, unless I go ahead and do it on one of the Mondays of the last 2 weeks. Let me know if you'd like to start if you plan on doing it, if you'd like to start this month, or if you'd rather wait until April. And I will just figure out within the next 2 weeks exactly how long it takes me to do everything that I do. And I'll just make it fit within whatever time I need to as well. Mondays is also my day because it is the one day out of the week I'm not going to do doctor's appointments unless it absolutely positively has to be done on that day. Because of the fact that my husband does work on Mondays, it's just easier to make appointments for the days that he's off. So, let me see. There are tutorials that I want to work on. I know I've always said that I would probably never do tutorials. I don't know if tutorial is a good name for it or not. There's certain things I want to do, and I would like to have you along for the process. One of the things is I'm planning on making rugs from sheets. And so I want to show you how I cut the sheets, how I make the yarn from the sheets, and then how I create the rug out of the sheets then. And then I also have a cat couch that I want to make. And so I thought I might showcase on Mondays since it's the donation day, or work on it on Monday and showcase it maybe on Tuesdays, working on the cat couch and showing you the pattern that I picked out and what I'm doing and the process as I go along. As I always show you my work as I go along on everything anyway. And then that is it right now on channel goals. Unless, and I have asked this before and I'm going to ask it again, if there is something that you either have not seen other channels do and you would really like to see somebody do it, if it's something I know how to do, I would love to start putting up videos of whatever that is. Or if there's something you don't see a lot of, or if there's just something that you really enjoy and you know that it's something I enjoy as well, let me know. And I would love to be putting out, I need ideas of more things to put out there for you guys. I don't know if I'll ever have the right equipment to do an actual tutorial, and I'm not going to have the room until I get the back room done. And that is number one, first on my list, is getting that done. and I need to get it done. I cannot let it progress a whole year like I did last year because my migraines or whatever. If I have a migraine, I'm gonna have to work through it. I need to get the back room done. A number one priority, that and my computer for this year. Now, as part as my other personal goals. I'm not gonna hold it. Sorry, I guess one of the cats wants out. Personal goals, the back room I just said, and plus my bedroom. We have things that we have to do in there, so we got to take everything out and put it back in. So between working in the back room and my bedroom, I'm going to have a lot of stuff to do there. I want to start working. I wanted to start working on Christmas in January like I did last year, but it won't be until April now because I have to finish my son-in-law's Christmas gift. So I can't start next year's until I'm done with this year's. And I have to decide exactly what I'm going to do for Christmas. I think I know what I'm going to do for my great niece now. Saw a pattern yesterday or the day before, and I was just like, I want to do that. So I also have a gift that I need to make for my neighbor girl that I had wanted to do last year, but I just had so much to do to finish up Christmas that I didn't have time to even get it started, and it's making a teddy bear. So that is something else, and it's going to be a big teddy bear, not like about this size, but it's a big one. She requested it. It is a pattern by, let me see, I think here. See. Oh, not it. Oh, it's under here. Sorry, I know there's like one of three places it could be, and it was under the computer. What is this? All About Amy. She has a pattern that you can make either into a bunny or a teddy bear. So, and it is a free pattern. So if you guys would like to work on this with me, let me know if you'd like this as a pattern. I've already got the yarn, the Sherpa yarn to work on it. I don't know if anybody else who would really want to make, oops, I'm going to drop it, a teddy bear like that. So I wasn't thinking of doing it as a count, but if there's anybody out there who's interested, and even if I don't have enough people interested to do it on Tuesdays or Thursdays, like my best friend and I, we have projects that we're working on together. We just get together on one day during the weekend to work on it. Right now we're making a pocket scarf / shawl that has a hood on it. So if anybody would ever want to work on something that I plan on working on and you're like, ooh, I'd like to make that with you, just let me know. And I can work something out. So I need to get that done. I have a new baby coming into our life. My niece and nephew are having their second child this year. So I have things that I want to make for him or her. They're not going to find out the baby's gender again until closer. And I do want to make him her a blanket, which I had said I'd stop making them for babies. But as you know, I designed Lila's, and I'm going to show you. I was trying to decide if I was going to show you how far I am on things today or not. I might as well add it to this because it's been about a week or two since I've shown you things. I just started the border. So I have finally made it as big, square, as I decided I was going to do, and I started on the border. I'm trying to decide. Actually, I think I've already made the decision. I was trying to decide if I was going to use this and design the second child's as well, but as much as I love doing this stitch, I think I'm ready to not do it for a while. And I've always wanted to make a square blanket or a rectangle one, you know, where it starts in the middle and goes out. So I'm looking for a pattern that I want to do. I'm either going to do the granny stitch pattern, or I don't know. I'm going to go look at Fiber Spider's page because I've been told to go look there, um, or just look for rectangle blankets that start in the, you know, center out rectangle, or stars. I'm trying to decide between a rectangle or a star. I've done a star before, so I'm really thinking of doing the rectangle that goes from the inside out. So, and this is the yarn I'm using. I have two of them. It's Wishing Well, Mandela Baby. So yeah, I'm excited. As soon as I get the border done on this one, I will be starting that one right away. Now, I did start working on my son-in-law's again yesterday. I'm finishing up the wings. I have to make 4 of these, 2 in orange, which I got the second orange one to do, and 2 in the green because the green goes inside of the orange. So once I'm done with that, all I have is little things. So I'm probably going to start putting it together because the only things that I have left are like the toes. I think I made all the fingernails already. I skipped making the toes. I decided I wanted to make all the big things and then go back to the little things. I have like toes. Can't remember if there's something. I think I have to make a little thing for the nose. I have to make the fire that comes. It looks like fire that comes out of the tail. So yeah, I have to do those. And also, I need to do the eyes. Now, I am making a Pokemon. Here, I'll tell you exactly. I am making Charizard from Pokemon. And my daughter got me a book with patterns in it. Yeah, I have eyebrows and I think ears that I still have to do. There you go. And all the toenails because I've done the fingernails already. But eyes, I can't find my felt and I didn't really want to buy anymore. I figure once I finish cleaning in the back room, I'm finally going to find it. So I didn't want to buy a whole new pack of it. But I didn't really want to use felt. I used felt on my daughter's Mew that I made her. And I didn't really like how they came out that well. So I'm looking for a really good pattern for eyes, for Pokemon eyes. But not just Pokemon eyes, the Charizard's eyes. Because they're done in the Pokemon style, of course, because it's Pokemon, but they're done more like a dragon's. I should look at some dragon eyes, see if I can find a crochet pattern for dragon eyes, because I would really like to crochet them if I can. If you guys know of a good pattern, please let me know, because I've been looking and I haven't found quite what I'm looking for yet. I've found the, the ones for Pikachu and Pokemon and most of the Pokemons, but I haven't found the one that would go on a dragon, Charizard especially, but any of the different dragons or dinosaur ones that they have. So, I've told you, we talked about subscribers already. I told you about finding something different. Oh, one of the things that I have on my personal goals for this year, and I may just move it to next year, I haven't decided yet, is I would like to learn interlock crochet, interlock, however it's said. So if you do it already, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it was hard to start. I did the blanket summit last year. I've done it the last 2 years, and there was somebody on who did a session about interlock crochet. And she said it really wasn't that difficult, but looking at it, it looks kind of difficult. So, and then I also want to start knitting at least 10 minutes a day. I'm actually waiting for some needles to come in the mail that I ordered because I have every size except for the one that I need right now. And I'm going to start my first cow. So, and I think that is it on my goal video. I'm going to do, I started making a list of my finished makes of 2024, and I don't know if I ever finished it. I thought of doing a video on it. I don't know if I will or not. I've never done one before at the end of the year, but we will see. So, sorry, I was just looking at something. I also want to make for the babies, for both the new baby and my niece hexagon sweaters. That is also on my list. Oh, I was gonna started showing you the things I've been working on, and I didn't show you. I took up of the pocket shawl, or I think they actually call it a pocket scarf. So I'm using fantasy yarn from Hobie, and it's just coming out gorgeous. I just really love the colors, the blues and the greens. It's just beautiful. So that is it. I think you've heard enough of me today, I'm sure, and heard enough of my ums, because I need to start remembering to stop saying all the time. And I will try and do a video real soon. As soon as my throat starts hurting me, which is one of the reasons why I didn't really do a lot of Anna Karenina last year, is because my throat hurt a lot most of the year. I will back on and get some more reading done. And I'm sure I will see you soon. I am going to go. I talk with my husband a little bit. I'd like to spend some time with him. And I will see you soon. Have a great day. Remember, you matter. Oh, plus I got crocheting I need to sit up and start doing. So please remember you matter. Please remember you matter to me. And you're gorgeous and you're beautiful. And don't let anybody tell you differently. So with that, I'm going to go. Seems like we got a lot going on around here now. It's getting noisier now. So that's why I tried to get it done before, but it didn't work. Anyway, love you, and I will see you soon.